One way or another, this game is the end of something significant. I don't think Steelers Ravens will ever be the same after tonight. Somebody is going to lose their job or retire or get traded or resign. I don't know who. I really don't know who. Like you said, it could mean a lot of things. But yep, it is the end of an era, one way or another. Should fucking play Memory Remains or something by Metallica here. If this is the end for Aaron Rodgers, it's been a fucking pleasure. You think Rodgers is done regardless? That seems to be the way the wind is blowing, ladies and gentlemen. We get that Bears Packers round 3 next week, and Yuki's 49ers get to go stick it to the goddamn Eagles. I'll be firmly on your side in that game. So arrive prompt and ready in this stream for cheerleading next Saturday or Sunday or Monday, whatever it is. That game's got a shot at being a Monday game. Delicious Powerade. '49ers got to get their lick back. I know you've beat them in the regular season since, but sending them home would be great. Chargers, Patriots, Bills, Jags, and then Houston's either going to come to Pittsburgh or go to Baltimore. I was scrolling my Facebook memories from a year ago, and my post read, "Thank God we didn't get Houston versus Pittsburgh." Well, guess what, Dale? 1 year later, it could happen. One of my Facebook memories was me saying, "Thank God we didn't have to watch Houston play Pittsburgh last year in the playoffs." Well, could come back to haunt us. Ravens get the ball first. How about the Lions sweeping the Bears? The Bears did not exactly inspire with their performance for the majority of that game today. They showed some resiliency. They were down 16-0, quickly came back and tied the game up in the fourth, but ultimately didn't get the job done. I'm telling you, the Bears are not a sure thing at all. The Packers could absolutely beat them. Ravens will start at the 34, or will they? There is a flag. By the way, in case you couldn't tell, Falcons versus Saints means something to me. If you couldn't tell earlier today. Falcons Saints means something to me. Right now, James Cook is the rushing yards leader, but Derrick Henry, with a really good game, could catch him for that title tonight. And the Jets win an entire NFL season without an interception on defense. Ravens backed up at the 15 after the penalty, and Henry pops a run up the sideline, the 40, the 50. Only Jalen Ramsey can stop him, and he gets him out of bounds. Huge run to start. Derrick Henry, well, there's a flag. No, I hate this. Historically, I hate the Saints more than any other team. So Cam Hayward is slow to get up. He's still on the ground. Huge implications on the first play from scrimmage here. Hayward's down. Is it a hold? What's going on? Blindside block by Flowers. Did Flowers crack back? I'd have a hard time believing Flowers is the one who put Cam Hayward on his ass. So a bad call to start. Shocker. How did Cam Hayward end up on the ground? That's horrible. That's not a flag. Oh, he threw someone into Hayward. Yeah, that's legal. So we're already taking a big dump all over this game, too. Well, they get the first down, but not the big gain into Steeler territory because the flag happened down the field during the run. So it was a first down for the Ravens at the least. Remember when Tyler Huntley started a playoff game for the Ravens? Short throw to Likely. Gets it to a third and maybe 1.5. This was destiny, ladies and gentlemen. We're meant to be here. Cam Hayward still plays pretty well. He is getting a little long in the tooth. That's the main problem with the Steelers. They're aging out. On the sideline and on the field, they're aging out. 3rd and 1. Lamar keeps one man to beat around the edge and a first down. Mark Andrews in a big game, shockingly, hangs on to the ball. Third and 3, and they run with the second running back and get stuffed. Go for it. Go for it. If you're going to call that play with the backup running back, you're going for this. Go for it. If you just hard count them and don't go for it, you're a coward. Another bizarre moment of Derrick Henry not on the field at a crucial moment for the Ravens. Pittsburgh just blitzes. They don't get there, and wide open for a touchdown. Devontae Walker. That was something. Oh, it really sucks considering the Falcons would have won 12 games if it didn't take them half a season to find a field goal kicker. But that's okay. We won 4 straight to finish the season, so they can keep lying and saying we have a good coach. High risk, no reward for Pittsburgh on that one. 7-0 Baltimore. What's up, Cowboy? Ramsey has been a little inconsistent this year. But they didn't really put him in a good spot. They blitzed. He had no help, so they really didn't put him in a good spot. But he's got to hold up better than that. That reminds me, I got something funny to show you. And this is relevant to my channel because we like Batman. Cinnabar Island. You better have Burn Heel. All right, you ready?
I never said thank you. And you'll never have to. I never said thank you.
You'll never have to.
And you'll never have to.
Let me get out of here before Hans Zimmer shuts my video off. Four straight to end the season and a sweep of the Saints. I guess things could have sucked a lot worse. Oh, look, they're showing the baby pictures of John Harbaugh and Mike Tomlin because they know somebody's ass is getting fired tonight. A Batman mob with a Falcons color scheme. I love that I made that Falcons car in NASCAR 25, man. It was a simple scheme, but I think it's strong. It makes me want to do it for all the other NFL teams as well. I should run a whole season with like an entire division's worth of paint schemes because you get 4 paint schemes in Cup. Just take a whole division and do a season. Oh, it'd be so funny. Jaylen Warren, nice kickoff return for Pittsburgh here. Hey, you got to see me stream late season Falcons games and get bent out of shape. I can't believe I actually had reasons to stream Falcons games this late in the year. So we've got like a plethora of Falcons live stream moments now to look back on after last season and this year. Aaron Rodgers, potentially, most likely, his final game ever, depending on the result. Little screen to Jalen Warren and a face mask. That'll be a first down into Ravens territory. I want to make a Saints paint scheme with their fucking alternate uniform with the black helmet, white jersey with gold numbers and gold stripes on the pants. That'd be kind of cool. The Ravens are one of those teams where you just think if they get hot, they can really scare the shit out of somebody in the playoffs. The way they played against Green Bay, the start to this game, you know in your heart they're the best team in the AFC North. The Ravens are the best team in the AFC North. They should be. But they just collapse and fall apart inexplicably. Like, I can't even comprehend. That was a good play. No face mask on that one. Yeah, the Jets. I could do a bunch of Jets cars for all their different uniforms over the years. Rodgers throws it away. That Bears-Lions game had no business being as good as it was earlier, right? Same for the Washington versus Philly. Backups on backups. Philly was scared because Dan Quinn said they were going to come after the Eagles after the way they played 2 weeks ago. Rodgers throws it deep, a laser, and it's nearly intercepted. Looking for Calvin Austin. Wiggins with nice coverage. Slow to get up. Get up, young man. You made the play. Seven-0 Ravens. Let's see if they can build a lead to blow later today. They're good at that. Hey, fun fact, if the Falcons didn't lose to the 3-14 Jets because of special teams, the Falcons would be in the playoffs. And scaring the shit out of some damn body. Because they're definitely better than the Panthers. Raheem Morris has been fired! Woo! Yes! Raheem Morris is fired! Guys, it just happened! It just happened! Woo! Woo! Raheem Morris got fired! The Falcons just fired their coach. Yes! Raheem Morris got fired! Yay! my God, we won twice today, baby. We won twice. That's 2 big wins today. This is the greatest day in the history of Western civilization. The greatest day in the history of Western civilization. This is the greatest day in the history of the Atlanta Falcons, ladies and gentlemen. Beat the Saints and fired that fucking bum. What a day. Greatest day ever. Toss to Henry for a yard. And it'll be a deep drive to left field. I'm kidding. Hallelujah. Fuck off forever and die, Raheem Morris. And take Zach Robinson's bum ass with you. Now go get a fucking man to lead that fucking team. Get a man. Derrick Henry for 8 yards. Yeah, the Colts. I'm not surprised the Colts aren't firing anyone. The Colts shouldn't. I think the Colts need to run this another year at least. Tough luck this season, halfway through, to be 7-1 and your fucking Pro Bowl level quarterback gets hurt, and then you just limp to the end of the year. Like, give it another year. Third and 1, and Henry's got the first. I'm so excited about Raheem Morris getting fired, I can barely concentrate on this game. Yeah, bring back Arthur Smith. Kiss my ass. At least Arthur Smith had a backbone. He's not a good head coach either, but at least he's got a backbone. I'm glad Arthur Blank learned his lesson after giving Dan Quinn 3 more chances than he deserved. Just because the Falcons had hot streaks at the end of 2018 and 2019. Lamar on a nice play action fake. Ooh. Incomplete. Luckily for Baltimore. Greatest day in Falcons history. Sweep the Saints and fire the fucking bum head coach. That's just perfect. The media spin campaign didn't work. Are Falcons fans saying the N-word? No, but there were some assholes in the chat saying, let me guess, he shouldn't have been fired because he's black. I did see some of that in a few comments I scrolled. Of, like, racist boomers trying to race bait people. Are y'all going to complain they fired him because he's black? Oh, you got to make that catch, bitch. Get Derrick Henry in the fucking game. Flag somewhere. You gotta get roughing. Roughing the passer. Well, that saves the running back from that terrible drop. Yeah, you can't go low. Even if you get tripped, you can't go low like that. Yeah, I mean, I guess you should call tripping on that. I see why that got flagged, but they missed the fact that he was tripped. Bad call. Thank God Henry back in the game. The offense coordinator told Collinsworth, we're not rotating shit. Henry's getting as many carries as we can get. Tripped up there. Third down. Yeah, the 49ers should keep Saleh. Any struggles you had is mostly defensive related. I think he's done a great job adjusting his scheme given the pieces you have on defense, what you're dealing with. He's done a great job. And I'm hoping he pulls out a masterclass against the Eagles this coming week. Does us all a favor. Lamar, pressure, and sacked. Shocking to see Lamar get sacked so easily. Derrick Henry would have picked up that block better. I'm being really hard on Baltimore, but they should have won this division a month ago. Baltimore should have won this division a month ago. It's on them that they're in a game like this. Missed tackle and a decent return for Pittsburgh. The Falcons have also fired general manager Terry Fontenot, or however you pronounce his fucking name. I actually kind of liked him, but I think he got fired for the quarterback contract deal with Cousins. You pay somebody that great. Hold on. This guy said Raheem Morris was only hired last year. He's a great leader and a great human being. They finished 4-0 this year and eliminated the Bucks, and the Falcons just fired him. And I said 2 losing seasons with no playoffs with this roster is unacceptable. He should never be a head coach again. He's a career loser. What's up, Alex? Raheem Morris got fired. There is hope for the Falcons. I'm sure they fired the GM for the Cousins contract and trading the first round pick, but trading the first round draft picks paid off. The Falcons have drafted very well under the GM that we've had. I'm not sure I would have let him go yet. I might have kept the GM and tried a new head coach, but I don't know. Hopefully Bo Nix doesn't drive himself home tonight. I'm in a good mood. Just like 2015, Alex is correct. If the Denver Broncos go anywhere, it's because the defense got them there. And what did I say before the 49ers Seattle game last night about elite defenses in big games towards the end of the year and through the playoffs? A great defense beats an offense every time in the playoffs. Always. That is where that defense wins championships bullshit came from. Teams like the Broncos and Seahawks. Ironically, the last time both of those teams won the Super Bowl, guess why they did it? The Broncos had the greatest offense in league history, and Seattle blew their asses out. The Carolina Panthers had Cam Newton, one of the best MVP seasons by a quarterback, dominant offense, and the Broncos whooped their ass with noodle arm Peyton Manning because their defense was that good. Defense, you got to have it this time of year. Seattle does, Denver does. They're the 1 seeds for a reason. That should be your Super Bowl matchup. That should be the favorites right there. Third down for Pittsburgh already, and first down. Good work by Gainwell after the catch. I like Buffalo to run through these playoffs as a wild card, but it's going to be a little touch and go. Jacksonville's tough. They did beat Denver. In Denver, you got to look at Jacksonville. The Patriots, they're the 2 seed. So really, out of the 7 teams, you can narrow it down to 4 in the AFC. The Chargers, Texans, and whoever wins this game ain't doing shit. The AFC champion is going to either be Denver, New England, Jacksonville, or Buffalo. And Buffalo is a long shot because they're a wild card. But those are the 4 teams I think it's going to come down to. You can ignore Houston, the Chargers, and whoever wins this game. Gainwell for 1, third down again. You go, Arthur Smith. You think Buffalo loses to Jacksonville? That is a brutally tough first round matchup for Buffalo. That's going to be hard. That is a game I'm very excited to watch. Buffalo at Jacksonville this coming week. I'm super excited for that one. Third down, Rodgers in an empty backfield. Quick throw. Caught, but a great tackle. It's fourth down. 4th and 1. And Pittsburgh's not the kind of team to press the issue and go for it from their side of the field. But Rodgers is trying to manipulate Mike Tomlin with his eyes and get a 4th down call in. And for now, they're going to stay out there. Rodgers is an elite hard count guy. I can't help. I would be shocked if Pittsburgh did snap this. And they do, and they don't get it. Didn't get it. Didn't get it. Did not get it. First down, Ravens. Besides Seattle, who's the biggest threat in the NFC? Man, I know last night was rough, but I'm going to say the 49ers or the Rams. I think an NFC West team is going all the way. I can't trust the Bears. The Packers are a coin flip. We know the Panthers are losing next week. The Eagles are another, I would say they're a division champion, but they're a quote-unquote wild card to me because I don't know. The Eagles are just remarkably clutch and keep the scores of games down. The game against Buffalo last week is a prime example of an Eagles game. They kept that fucking score down, and they pulled it out 13-12. Just like they beat the Packers 10-7. Packers-Bears could be the game of the week. But I would say Seahawks, Eagles, or one of the NFC West teams. I'm not going to count the Eagles out because they pull stuff out of their ass. If they can keep the score down, they're going to be tough. Damn, I was shocked to see Pittsburgh even go for that just now. Tomlin knows he's playing for his job. He ain't playing for shit. It's his choice if he wants to leave or not. Derrick Henry around the outside, and another big run. Taking advantage of this field position that was handed to them after the worst quarterback sneak ever. Yep, Buffalo should have kicked the extra point and went to overtime. I thought it was a little weird because I'm like, Buffalo is balling out. The Eagles' defense is tired. Buffalo had all the momentum and came from behind. Of course you're going to take it to overtime. No, they went for the win. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. They beat the Jets today using Trubisky and no James Cook for the majority of the game. I think they're going to be all right. Buffalo is the most dangerous wild card team in NFL history, and I stand by that. Most dangerous wild card team since the 07 Giants. 7-0 Ravens after one. Now I'm going to go back to scrolling social media and being happy that Raheem Morris got fired. Coach Klein could have got the Falcons to the playoffs. Raheem Morris couldn't. I guess we could say the GM did get a fair shake. The GM got there when they hired Arthur Smith back in 2021. How about the Saints and Chiefs ending up with the same record? And sadly, a very pregnant Nita Strauss played the Rams game today. Sadly. I'm happy for that woman. Yeah, a pregnant Nita Strauss played the national anthem at the Rams game. She's like the Rams mascot, basically, when she's not on the road. The last two teams anybody wanted to see get home field advantage got home field advantage. Nobody wants to go to Denver and nobody wants to go to Seattle. By the way, the Eagles could have got the 2 seed today, but they benched their fucking starters against Washington because they were scared that Washington was going to take them out after 2 weeks ago. Because the Bears lost and had the Eagles won, which they most certainly would have if Jalen Hurts and them guys played, but they threw the 2 seed away. I guess they think the 49ers are an easy dub or something. I don't know. Barry McCockiner said, I'm finally on the Fire Sirianni bandwagon. He literally threw the 2 seed away. That's something that wasn't getting talked about nearly enough today. Why were the Eagles playing backups? Why were the Eagles playing backups? And were they really just that confident in the Bears to beat a team that the Bears had gotten blown out by already this year? The Lions swept the Bears, blew them out the first time. So kind of weird by Sirianni, but whatever. We get to do a third Packers-Bears stream since I started streaming football again. Third and 5 for the Ravens. They were given a short field after Pittsburgh failed on 4th down. The Lions are dead last because the Vikings won a game against Green Bay's backups. And Lamar running to his right, running out of space, gets around, and no gain, basically. Take the field goal, Baltimore. You're doing good. Take the field goal. Pittsburgh spotted you 3. Jesus, man. Dude, how did the Raiders... I thought the Raiders were going to lose to the Chiefs late. But they held on. When I saw the Raiders get that safety, I knew that game was probably about to be over. Jesus, man. And the kick is good, just barely. Woo! 10-0, Baltimore. Another great Mike Tomlin decision. I don't care that Mahomes got hurt. The Eagles or the Chiefs being 6-11 is just absurd to me. I don't get it, but maybe I'm not supposed to get it. Only the Falcons would be in a three-way tie for first place and win a game to help somebody else win the division. It's going to be this, as crazy as this NFL season has been, this offseason's pretty nuts. I think Jay Glazer said there are 13 NFL teams contemplating firing their head coach. Now, not all 13 will, but he said there's at least 13 teams. Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, Raiders, Falcons, Bucks, Jets, Dolphins, Tennessee. That's 9 right there I just named. I know there's a couple more. Did you hear Zach Taylor after the Bengals game bitching about how they stopped the game to let Myles Garrett celebrate the sack record? And Zach Taylor was like, we're out here playing for our lives, trying to be up on the ball on offense, and they stopped the game. Motherfucker, you wasn't playing for your goddamn lives. What the fuck were you playing for? 3rd year in a row, you ain't playing for shit last game of the year. And he's all, but we're out there fighting for our lives, man. It's like, yeah, right. Yes, like I said, I listed Tennessee because we know they're shopping for a coach. I heard them motherfuckers might hire Matt Nagy. Like, are you shitting me? Tennessee wants to interview Matt Nagy after the season he just had and the way his tenure with the Bears ended. Like, come on, bro. Be fucking serious for 5 seconds. You're going to interview Matt. He's not even black. You don't even have to interview him. He's not even part of the Rooney Rule. You can just ignore Matt Nagy. So they actually they just want to talk to him. 2018 Bears were such a fluke, man. That was lightning in a bottle. He's going to live off that the way McCarthy, Tomlin, and Harbaugh living off 15, 20-year-old Super Bowls now. Not an inspiring start for Pittsburgh. I noticed this crowd has like no energy, not just because the offense is on the field. There's a murmur in this crowd of like impatience. The Steelers aren't even getting 2 yards of play. And they won't even get a yard on that one either. Third down. The crowd is booing. I told you there's like this weird energy in this place right now. These people are fed the fuck up, dude. Oh, yeah, Stefanski's going to get fired. I think Washington is contemplating. So that's 2 more. That's 11 of the 13 teams. The Giants, of course, are looking for a head coach. So literally over a third of the league is looking or evaluating their options. I appreciate Arthur Blank not making me wait till Monday or Tuesday to surprise me. 3rd and 7. Rodgers in a clean pocket. Underneath throw to Gainwell. First down. And the crowd comes back to life. Arizona. Yeah, Arizona. That's another one. Malik Willis to Arizona. Kyler Murray to the Jets. Mac Jones to the Raiders. The Steelers are really handicapped without Metcalf and that big-ass tight end that broke his arm. But these running backs are nice. Jaylen Warren, big gain to Ravens territory. These running backs have to be great tonight. I was just talking about no Metcalf, no fucking Johnson. That handicaps an already average to mediocre offense. It's not Heinz Field, it's Acrisure Stadium. Being at Acrisure Stadium right now is like being at a 4th of July barbecue party at night, and the couple that owns the house that you're partying at could break out into a domestic dispute any moment and turn it into a crime scene. Deep throw, wide open, and Rodgers missed Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith was wide open. How you gonna do Arthur Smith's baby like that, Rodgers? Come on, man. Whoo! MVS, the deep threat, draws some attention, and here comes Jonnu Smith across the field, wide open. And this offense struggles enough. They got to hit the big plays. Now they're going to be on a 3rd and 7. 3rd and 6. There's little Scotty Miller. All because DK Metcalf had to smack some dude with a blue wig. You made it sound like that actually happened. Not in my life, but where I live, it's fairly common. Third and 6. They're in Boswell's range. He's not been a sure thing lately, and Rodgers is going to run. And he was a little indecisive and gets sacked. Maybe no gain, but Rodgers just... He remembered how old he is, and he hesitated and stopped running. I think if he'd have just ran, he'd have got some yards there. Yeah, and Collinsworth has pointed out, why'd he stop? We've never seen, like... Now you got to send Boswell out here. You got to get something going. 57-yarder. He's back to normal. He drills it. 10-3. Put the Steelers on the board. All right, you got Boswell playing well. You'll have a chance. Pittsburgh looks at things based on field goals. So the Ravens had a 10-0 lead. That's a 4 field goal lead. So the Steelers cut into that. Jesus, man. No phone. I want to type bum, not butt. Thank you. Dylan's not sleeping. He's quietly hate watching the game. I guarantee it. Bum and butt are the same thing. Autocorrect was onto something there. So he said, I hear Todd Bowles might be available, Atlanta. Nah, I don't want him either. Oh, Yuki, NFL on CBS, the first comment says, so how did that DEI hire go? It's funny. Well, I mean, for once, they're actually right. He was a total quote-unquote DEI hire. He absolutely was. Then we're going to have to hear the fucking shit on TV about how hard it is to be a black coach in the NFL when all the ones that are getting fired weren't any fucking good to begin with. Because that always becomes a talking point on like First Take or some stupid brain rot fucking show. Close enough. That man had N-word in his eyes when he topped that, I guarantee it. He had it in his heart and in his eyes. I swear to God, they fire Morris and keep Zach Robinson. Breaking news, Falcons promote Zach Robinson to head coach. Oh, no. I'm kidding. According to my sources, at this particular time... All right, I need to read Adam Schefter's thing. Remind me to do that, the commercial. Play action from Lamar. Going to ad-lib here. Jalen Ramsey playing it really well. Flag in the secondary, I believe. What in the world is a Dale Earnhardt Incorporated hire? They can't lose Falalele. Falalala. Holding offense. Oof. Thought the flag was in secondary. My bad. That looked like it hurt. DEI is something retarded conservatives came up with to hate on any black person that is even remotely successful. It stands for diversity, equity, inclusion, or whatever the fuck. So anytime there's a black person in a prominent position anywhere, all the racist boomers just say that that's why they're there, whether they're good at it or not. But in the case of Raheem Morris, they would actually be correct. That's the only reason he's got the job. Or had the job. Fucker. Fucking bum. Past tense, motherfucker. You had the job. Fire his ass into the sun. Derrick Henry run on 1st and 20 for 3. Lamar trying to set up a screen. Has to abort the screen and then take a sack. Good job, Pittsburgh. 3rd and 20. Throw that shit up. They puss out and run a draw. Henry gains about 6, but it's 4th down. A little juice from the Pittsburgh defense. Oh, yeah, the Adam Schefter statement, yes. Posted on X, I'm guessing. According to my sources, at this particular time, Raheem Morris is a fucking loser. Falcons owner Arthur Blank. I have great personal affinity for both Raheem and Terry and appreciate their hard work and dedication to the Falcons, but I believe we need new leadership in these roles moving forward. The decision to move away from people who represent the organization so well and have shared a commitment to the values that are important to the organization is not an easy one, but the results on the field have not met our expectations or those of our fans and leadership. I wish Raheem and Terry the absolute best in their future pursuits. Well, Terry can take his goofy ass back to the Saints then if he wants. Even though I'm not entirely sure I would have fired him. Somebody made a meme of John Gruden wearing a Falcons hat. Oh, God, no. I love you, Chucky, but I don't want that on my team. John Gruden is a good coach, but the game's kind of passed him by, you know. That was obvious during his Raiders tenure. It's like, you know, you can still see how he's a good coach, but it ain't going to be good enough. So, please no Chucky. Somebody said, that's a lot of words to say, yeah, we like you and all, but 8 wins twice really made us panic. Finally, somebody in the Falcons organization said the quiet part out loud. The results are all that matters. The results are all that matters. I don't care if he's a nice guy with a great personality and represents the city of Atlanta because he's black. I don't care. The results are all that fucking matters. I don't care who's fucking who and who's friends with who. I don't give a fuck about any of that. I watch an underachieving football team with way too much talent, a great fucking defense that was one of the best defenses in fucking football this year go to waste, with a roster loaded with talent on offense that couldn't consistently put any goddamn thing together. And guess what? You have a losing season again. They'd be fucking stupid to run that back for a third year. So fuck them. Fire their ass. NFL stands for not for long. And 2 seasons was too long, in my opinion. He should have been fired after the Jets game and promote Jeff Ulbrich to head coach. Might have made the playoffs after that. Here's another comment from a boomer. Stop hiring people based on skin color. And I can't argue with him because, like I said, Raheem Morris's resume is not exactly stellar. Any way you fucking slice it. Oh, but he was a good coordinator. Yeah, lots of good coordinators turn out to be dog shit head coaches. He's just another one. Rodgers with a laser, but Humphries breaks it up. I'm sure Ryan Clark's going to be pissing his pants this week on First Take about poor old Raheem Morris getting fired. Oh, boo fucking who. You want to keep your job? Win! More tight coverage from the Ravens. Wiggins. Humphrey made a play. Now Wiggins makes another good play. I've got a southern accent. Hire me to be the head coach. I'll represent the city of Atlanta. What do I think about Aaron Glenn? He's fucked. He's fired. He'll get fired. It's tough to fire a coach after just 1 year, but they were so fucking terribly uninspired for about 16 of their 17 games. And the one game they were inspired, they played the Falcons, who their head coach couldn't inspire their team either. Oh, Rodgers. Oh, incomplete. 3 and out. And the crowd's booing again. I can't wait till the AFC North team gets eliminated next week and the NFC and the Panthers get eliminated too, so we don't have to talk about these divisions for another 9 months. The Jets situation goes deeper than head coach, though. They've got a shit owner. Their owner's a fucking retard. Literally made roster decisions because he asked his kids who's the best on Madden. Remember that? That was real. His kids advised him on roster decisions because they were looking at Madden ratings. That is just such a deep-seated institutional retardation on another level that you can't even fucking fathom. And they let Rodgers get Saleh fired, which Saleh wasn't doing the job either. But he's better than Aaron Glenn, so I don't think anybody's going to succeed with the Jets. You couldn't time travel and get prime Bill Parcells to succeed with the current Jets. It's just not going to work. The Bengals owner is just cheap. And once again, the Bengals build a team like a kid playing Madden. They draft all skill positions and neglect the interiors of their lines, and it fucking shows. Zach Taylor's not a good head coach either. He's propped up by Joe Burrow. His ass should be fired after today, but he won't be. Because we made the Super Bowl 4 years ago. teams really hang on to that shit, don't they? Same reason Dan Quinn got an extra couple of years in Atlanta. Oh, well, we did make the Super Bowl. Maybe we could turn this thing around. I'm a maniac. Maniac. If the Lions miss the playoffs next year, they should fire Dan Campbell. I'll give old DC another year, though. But if the Lions miss the playoffs again next year, fire his ass, too. Good win today, though, I guess. We're the propaniacs, paniacs. The propaniacs. Gas cop, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when he comes for you? I know this better not be somebody responding to my Raheem Morris quote. My friend Chris said I literally just woke up my girlfriend to tell her that Raheem Morris got fired. Chris is a Falcons fan too. He's a friend from the NASCAR shit posting group. He said he woke his girlfriend up. Baby, he's fired. Then I shared a meme making fun of Tampa Bay because don't think I forgot about those bums. Fuck you, Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay can't beat Kirk Cousins. They can't beat washed Kirk Cousins. Oh, hold on. Listen to this video of this dude. He's trolling Saints fans. He posted a video saying he was shopping for brooms because they swept the Saints.
Came in that motherfucker to do a little shopping, but of course I'm having a little hard time right now trying to figure out, which one of these motherfuckers the Saint fan might really like. So I need y'all to help me in the comments and let me know which one they'll probably want to use. I'm really thinking about it. For me, I'm like, maybe they'll like that motherfucker right here. Why? Because it really kind of just...
It's a black and gold broom.
Ugly ass colors and shit they be wearing, but that might not be their cup of tea. See, as you go down, these go sweet, but they don't really sweet like a broom, you feel me? You got mops and stuff up there. You got a little cheaper option. They might want that cheap ass uniform, ugly ass colors and shit they be wearing. But I personally, I'm really fucking with them right here.
It's a red and black broom.
That red and black looks great, stupid. You feel me? But if we go down some more, you see they got these big ones. Now these right here actually might do the job, cause you really use these to pick up like big pieces of shit. You feel me? Cause them boys shitty. And then you go down, I'm like, let me just go. And then I came across this motherfucker right here.
He found the old wooden broom.
My grandma used to have that bitch at her house in the city. You feel me? So that one right there might work. Hey,
Derrick Henry's across midfield.
Rise up, fuck, nigga.
Dude was just walking down the broom aisle saying he needs a broom because we swept the Saints. You're not going to fire Shanahan. Relax. The 49ers overachieved this year with half a goddamn team. He ain't going nowhere. This big Derrick Henry run here. Thought that was going to be a touchdown for half a second. Stood up by Patrick Queen on that one. TJ Watt tried to punch him in the balls again. Harbaugh had Ravens players at his house watching the Brown Steelers game last week. How did I not see this? How did I not see this? That is great. I'd have been the first motherfucker in line at that house to watch that game. Errant throw from Lamar brings up 3rd and 9. Mark Andrews was living in fantasy land at the start of the season. He said, bro, with all these weapons we got, we can get back in the playoffs and I can drop more crucial passes in big moments. With this talent, I can make it all the way and throw the damn AFC Championship away again, said Mark Andrews. If Tomlin or Harbaugh gets fired, who replaced? Dude, I can't even begin to think. Going to be a lot of head coaching openings. Lamar going to keep it himself, and he's got a lane. Here comes Jalen Ramsey. Having Jalen Ramsey in that secondary is huge. They're going to call holding, and I think I know where they're calling it at. I was wondering if they was going to let it slide. But I saw the hold. I just didn't say nothing. Secretly hoping they'd let it slide. That backs the Ravens way up now. Yeah, that's why I was hoping they wouldn't call it. I'm like, he didn't have to hold like this. Jalen Ramsey being in your secondary is really good. Even if he's a little washed, he's still fat. He can run these guys down, and he's not afraid to lower his shoulder and hit or wrap up and tackle. He's going to have a longer career than he should have because he's willing to go play like that. Screen to Zay Flowers. They're not going to try a 61-yard field goal, I don't think. You want to just go for it? Watch Pittsburgh hire Raheem. They fucking would, wouldn't they? Get Raheem and Arthur Smith on the same goddamn staff, please. Introducing new head coach Raheem Morris, and he keeps Arthur Smith because the Steelers don't like to fire coordinators either. So I bet if Tomlin leaves, they'll just keep his entire fucking staff. Oh yeah, Pittsburgh, they'll hire Raheem, and then Arthur Smith will still be the OC. They fucking would hire Raheem Morris, wouldn't they? Pittsburgh is literally just Atlanta, but they win one more game a year than we do. That is the only difference. They get lucky and win one more game a year than us. They are just the AFC Falcons. That's all they are. Oh, we go 9-8. Big deal. We go 8-9 every goddamn year and end up the exact same place you guys are. This guy said, is Matt Ryan the mastermind behind this? Because they're talking to Matt Ryan about an executive position with Atlanta. This motherfucker's got to have an office. So if I find out that Matt Ryan talked him into this, I'll be the biggest fan in the world. I need Matt Ryan as my GM and Roddy White as my wide receiver coach. Yeah, Buffalo's the AFC 49ers. Pittsburgh's the AFC Falcons. And I got another question. Why is Rich McKay still employed? Maybe that's Matt Ryan's first thing on the job. He'll get Rich McKay fired too. Team president Rich McKay. He needs to go. He's been around way too fucking long. This motherfucker in the comments unironically saying, give me Mike Tomlin as head coach. Fuck off. Why? So we can fucking beat all the good teams and get blown out by the Saints every year or some shit? Like, nah, bro. Please be Tom. Oh, good God. Fucking dumb Falcons fans asking for Mike Tomlin just because he won a Super Bowl almost 20 years ago. Hey, Yuki, guess what the next comment says? DEI don't work. And he's got like an American flag in his profile picture. So Mike McDaniel would be a good offensive coordinator. I would love to have Mike McDaniel in Atlanta strictly as the offensive coordinator. I don't want him as the head coach. It might work for a little while, but I would rather just have Mike McDaniel be the OC if we could get him. That'd be great. Toss to Jaylen Warren. And it's 15 yards or more and a first down. I think the Panthers should be disqualified from the playoffs, and the Falcons should be reinstated with Jeff Ulbrich as the head coach because the Falcons didn't lose to the Saints this year, but the Bucks and Panthers did. If you lose to the Saints, you don't deserve it. If you lose to the Saints, you're a bad, bad, bad football team. So that alone should have been a tiebreaker. You lose to the Saints, you're fucking garbage. Garbage. Even Raheem Morris didn't lose to the Saints this year. Raheem Morris is 3-1 against the Saints, and he sucks. Two-minute warning, 10-3 Ravens. It's been a rather uneventful second quarter. Probably we're talking about almost everything else but this game today. You almost lost to the Saints. Falcons really beat them by 2 scores both times. The Saints needed help to keep it close in the Falcons game. Bogus fake pass interference. Then they get stuffed on 4th down at the end of the game, but the refs magically say 1st down. Do I still eat at Arby's? Not much. Last time I ate at Arby's was a few months ago. We went there for lunch at work just because I couldn't think of anything else. And it's incomplete. Oh, the Steelers remembered to try to use Pat Freiermuth. That's refreshing. How does Freiermuth not get more catches, especially with DK and Johnson out? Or it's not Johnson, Washington, Darnell Washington. My bad, I keep forgetting his fucking name. Big fat tight end motherfucker. He's out and DK's not in the game because he's suspended. How the fuck is Freiermuth not getting used more? Why do you not want your game to be on Amazon? Why are you like, please don't put us on Amazon? Whoever gets the NFC South game is going to feel like they drew the shortest straw. Rodgers on the run, no hesitation this time, and he's got a first down. Nice run from Rodgers. He who hesitates is lost, as you saw earlier. Unk still got it. Unk still got it. This year it was Rodgers, Flacco, and Phillip Rivers. Unk still got it. Thielen across midfield. A little tempo here could be all the Steelers need to get this going. Why are they... Man, poor Al Michaels is old. We cannot put Al Michaels through another underwhelming game like the Panthers are going to probably play. Like, we can't do that to Al Michaels. He deserves better. Give ESPN the fucking Panthers game. I don't know. Little screen to Gainwell. They're into Boswell's field goal range. And they call their first timeout. Or do they? Nope, they're going to hurry up. Oh, somebody called timeout. Tomlin did call the timeout. Okay, 1:05 to go, 2 timeouts. They're in Boswell's range. Yeah, my prediction is 49ers Eagles on Monday. That's my prediction. Everybody make your predictions now. I'm only predicting one. I'll say 49ers Eagles is the Monday game. Rodgers, quick throw over the middle. Adam Thielen. Excuse me, that was Calvin. I saw 19 and thought of Thielen, but I forgot Thielen wears a different number now. Thielen is 16, not 19. His old number was 19. 45 seconds, 2 timeouts. They're at the Ravens 24. Rodgers getting the ball out quick. Ravens are crowding the line of scrimmage here. That's got Rodgers thinking a little bit. And they blitz. Quick throw, and it's inaccurate. Short throw to Gainwell, fighting for the side. Why didn't you get out of bounds, bro? Gainwell could have easily gotten out of bounds and maybe got an extra yard, but he fought inside and got tackled in bounds. He'd have been a lot closer to that first down if he just got towards the sideline and reached out instead of trying to fight through a tackle. Yuki thinks Fox gets Packers, Bears. I agree. CBS, Chargers, Patriots. Houston versus Baltimore or Pittsburgh on Prime. Rams, Panthers, NBC. Bills, Jags, ESPN. Or excuse me, I'm reading that wrong. NBC, Bills, Jags, ESPN, 49ers, Eagles. Let's see if you're right here in a few minutes. 49ers Eagles has Joe and Troy written all over it. NBC's going to love the Bills because Collinsworth can come in his pants on that. Prime's going to get the short straw with the Panthers. Third and 2, you got the timeout. The whole field's open here. And they call forward progress, and that's going to make the Steelers have to burn their timeout. They got down to the 10. They were quick to call forward progress. By the way, these Nike hats with the really tiny logo in the middle are fucking retarded. Put a logo on your hat, please. Harbaugh was wearing one. It's got the little tiny microscopic red. How do you even know what hat it is? Can't even see the logo. He could just be wearing a plain black hat for all I know. Oh, look closely. What's that? It's a tiny Ravens logo. Fuck you, Nike. I think they should start wearing the big caps like William Byron. From the 10, no timeouts. Rodgers incomplete. Calvin Austin wants a flag. Does not get one. 11 seconds. If the schedule leaks early, nobody spoil it. We want to see if Yuki's right at halftime. Set. Nobody home. Third down. Steelers barely got the snap off.
Still time, and Mike, the risky play here is a guy like Kenneth Gainwell, because that little
Throw a little short pass, try to catch him by surprise. You're saying just kick the damn field goal. You got to try to get in the end zone here. I'm willing to take the chance, but you better not get tackled in bounds. The Ravens look ready for the over-the-middle throw. Pass interference. Ball will be placed at the 1-yard line. You see Hamilton after he realized he got flagged. Oh, man. Now what? You want to go for it or kick the field goal? I say go for it. You can't field goal your way through life, Pittsburgh. You can't field goal your way through life. That's Kyle Hamilton's first pass interference penalty of the year. Boy, if only A.J. Terrell could have gotten as many breaks as Kyle Hamilton's probably gotten this season. Well, the whole playbook's open because, you know, it's touchdown or bust. These fuckers are going to run it, ain't they? Why are you trying to hard count them? What's half the distance to the inch line? Toss! Oh, tackled in the open field, and it's halftime. Arthur Smith masterclass. Arthur Smith masterclass. He'd have been better off calling the end around with Jonnu Smith than this shit. Nobody ever worries about Jonnu Smith. Of course, they're all going to go after Gainwell. Great play design there. The call was bad. The design was bad. Can't fault the execution. It should have been the end around to Jonnu Smith. If you look for a second, Jonnu was going to have a chance because it was kind of he ran out like he was going to take a handoff for an end around, and then Rodgers flipped it to Gainwell. Dead man walking. Said that as I saw Mike Tomlin. Dead man walking. So I said, wow, Falcons, second time you fired Raheem Morris in 5 years. The schedule reveal is coming up. Hey, while we're at halftime, remember how I opened my Game Boy emulator today to see what I had on Leaf Green last time, and I was very impressed. I want to open my DS emulator now and see what I had the last time I played Pokemon Soul Silver. Soul Silver was the last game I played on this. Pokemon Soul Silver. There's a reason why it's not open. There we go. Load save state. March of 22. Why did I save one back in? Okay, well, I guess I got 2 save states. Alright, let's see what the fuck I had on Pokemon Soul Silver. I was pretty early in the game. Hold on, let me see how many badges do I got? I need to see how early in the game I am. I've got like 2 badges. Oh, I got 4 badges. I didn't remember getting that far. Last time I played Pokemon Soul Silver, I thought I only had like 2 or 3 badges. I had 4, so I'm like halfway through the Johto campaign. I don't want to start over. So if I want to play Soul Silver, I'll just have to keep going where we left off, and if I stream it one day, I'll start it. So let's see what I had here. I have the Pokegen thing to turn Haunter into Gengar if I want to, because I can't trade with anyone on an emulator to get Gengar. So. Coughing's about 11 levels away from evolving into Weezing. Quilava, of course. Sudowooda's got good defense. Why do I have a Rattata? The Arbok and the Weezing is kind of cool, but why do I have 2 Poison Tops? Pastel, what are you doing? I guess I'm a big... Dude, I played Omega Ruby back in the day. I had a 3DS for like a year, and then I sold it to help pay for a Kiss Cruise. But I literally got a 3DS exclusively to play Omega Ruby when it came out, so I'll have to get an emulator going. What the fuck is up with this? Anywho. Look, I've got, Black, Black 2, White and White 2, Platinum, Soul Silver, and Heart Gold. But I'm not going to play Platinum because I'm just going to get the Diamond and Pearl remakes, or one of them anyway, even though I hear they're bad. I hear that the Diamond and Pearl remakes are considered bad because they barely change anything from Diamond and Pearl. They said it's like a faithful remake almost to a fault. But I'm still going to play it anyway. And then if I'm like really into it, then I'll play Platinum in the future because everybody says Platinum is really good. All right, here comes the schedule. I miss my 3. I wish I'd have kept that 3DS, but I had a Kiss Cruise to pay for, man. So I sold that motherfucker. Saturday at 4:30, Rams Panthers on Fox. Green Bay at Chicago on Prime. Sunday on CBS. Bills, Jags, Fox gets 49ers, Eagles, NBC gets Chargers, Patriots. Wow, we were way off, weren't we? Monday night is the Texans versus the AFC North winner. So ESPN drew the short straw. Fucking Prime got Green Bay, Chicago. It's CBS. Old Tony Romo gets Bills, Jags. So Rams win, Packers win, Bills pull the upset, 49ers win, Patriots win. And then Houston wins. Those are my predictions. Right now, it could change. Excuse me. Fox got stuck with Rams Panthers. Tom Brady's coming to Charlotte. Nah, Tom Brady's going to Philadelphia because he'll get the 49ers Eagles game. They finally threw Al Michaels a bone They throw Al Michaels a bone, but poor Joe Buck and Troy Aikman have to do the fucking
So I think Jacksonville looks like, hey, this
AFC winner.
need to prove it right now.
Yeah, Liam Cohen in his first season, a huge turnaround. They win their division title for the first time in a decade. All right, we had some news during the first half. The Falcons fired their head coach, Raheem Morris, and their general manager, Terry Fontenot. We'll keep you up to date.
Hey, they're talking about the firing of the bum.
Few of the milestones that were set today. But first, Toyota's all in, all season, rewarding select fans every Sunday night game. Make your prediction of the second half play at toyota.com/NFL for a chance to win.
Show that interception for the Falcons near the end of that game. Oh, they're showing all the Myles Garrett sacks. How are they going to show the one where he doesn't even touch Josh Allen? They found a good angle, Dylan. I know Dylan's listening. They found a good angle to make it look like Josh or Myles Garrett might have touched Josh Allen.
For Myles Garrett, congratulations to him. He said he dreamed about this day in 2022, and he made it official. Big time by the top dog. Okay, I got a blind.
I get on Facebook, and the first thing I see is all the boomers bitching that Packers Bears is going to be on a streaming service.
Might it be the quarterbacks who played against the New York Jets?
Good God, Jets quarterbacks had 30 or quarterbacks against the Jets, 36 passing touchdowns, no picks.
John Hamm, it's official. He's going to host the NFL Honors Awards show during Super Bowl week. That'll be Thursday, February 5th on NBC. It'll be a fun watch. We'll find out who's going to be the MVP. We'll all be tuned in.
Chargers Patriots on NBC is interesting because the Chargers are not going to win that game. Somebody said Arthur Blank looks like he owns a haunted castle in an episode of Scooby-Doo. But then says he's the exact opposite because we know Arthur Blank's a good person. Oh, that's funny. So Arthur Blank looks like the bad guy in Scooby-Doo that owns a haunted. Let me stretch my legs during this commercial and take a piss. wasn't the most Pittsburgh Steelers first half possible, I don't know what was. Sunday night. If man gets his big playoff game in New England next week. Talking about Justin Herbert. If man.
Our SNF storylines are powered by AWS. Derrick Henry, 112 yards in the first half.
When man missed the playoffs, because they're always like, well, when Joe Burrow, when Joe Burrow.
In 2020, the quarterback
When Joe Burrow does this.
passing numbers for Lamar Jackson, 7 rushing yards, 1 good run erased by a penalty. For Aaron Rodgers, 15 of 25, only 98 yards, and he's out rushing Lamar Jackson. Go figure. Now, as for Rodgers throwing it downfield 10 yards or more, 0 for 5. Steelers have 99 yards, essentially almost all of Rodgers' passing yards after the catch. So that's how we have arrived at 10-3 in the game for the AFC North here at Acrisure Stadium, where the Allegheny and the Monongahela meet to form the Ohio, the Three Rivers of Pittsburgh, and off the back injury, Lamar Jackson trying to get a division title for his team. Steelers get it to start the third quarter. Tyler Luke will kick it off. For Baltimore, again, no win. Part of the story here tonight, Jalen Warren.
I'm glad there's no Monday Night Football game tomorrow night because I really want to watch Raw. Doing Braun Breaker versus CM Punk for the world title tomorrow.
Derrick Henry, very effective on the ground. How do you continue that for the rest of the game? Well said, thanks, John.
Wonder if they get one first down if they keep it.
I think the Steelers should go no huddle as much as possible. And Jalen Warren's got a gain of 9. Good start.
It really did. But this guy right here running the ball, Jalen Warren, way back in Washington, great at play. So I got to see all of the best of the best. He had some spectacular.
If you're a football fan, you better get your shit in for the next month. Because then you got that long drought to August, late August. Back to Warren. Moves the chains. Refs were quick to blow it dead. He fell forward for a couple more yards.
Both of these backs, the 1-2 punch of Kenneth Gainwell and Jalen Warren, they were backup backs. Warren holding up against some push going on here at the back end of the
Little pushing and shoving. Get your asses back in the huddle before you catch a suspension like DK.
But they both have really fit with Aaron Rodgers and what he would like to do. He likes to have one of the receivers. He certainly has that in Gainwell. And then he has one.
Imagine being that fan that got DK suspended and you're watching the Steelers struggle tonight without him. You literally potentially impacted an NFL season. Rodgers steps up and Thielen wants a flag, doesn't get it. You're too old to get flags. They just assume you're slow and can't get open. They're like, he wouldn't have got open anyway. He's old and slow. Second down. NASCAR's right around the corner, and we still don't know what the championship format is. Why don't they just go ahead and fucking announce it, dude?
Was really all over Thielen, and that's been pretty much the case here tonight.
Quick throw over the middle. Coverage closed in quick. Third down. Hamilton in a collision with his own man. Shaken up.
All I know is that this is
A little early. Ooh, boy, Hamilton's going to be out. I think he's slightly concussed.
Kyle Hamilton's the heart and
It's a
soul.
break for the Steelers.
No matter how you want to slice it.
and potentially a break for the Houston Texans.
So with that helmet to helmet, he's the one who's walking off with the athletic training staff. So those two very important players.
You know, Joe and Troy got stuck doing the AFC North winter game, but they're going to get it made up to them because Joe and Troy get to do a divisional playoff game this year, too. So, surely they'll catch a good one there. They're showing the clip of Kirk Cousins hugging Baker Mayfield when the Falcons beat the Bucks, and he told him, he said, "Go win that division." This is Kirk Cousins told Baker Mayfield, "Go win that division," then proceeded to eliminate him 3 weeks later. Sorry, we got hot at the end of the year again. We got hot at the end of the year like we always do when we're eliminated. It don't suck to watch people on Prime if you get it for free, though. Shout out to my man Shill. Old Shill Train. I ain't talked to him in a while, but he's more than happy to let me use his streaming services.
Basketball begins with the best in the league against the Denver Nuggets. Two sensational matchups for you. Debut Sunday Night Basketball on NBC and Peacock, February 1st. We usually show you Central Catholic and Penn Hills football, the high school hoops here in Western PA. Kyle Hamilton got up, walked off. This was really neat. Aaron Rodgers went over, kind of fist bump him, just check on him. Respect for the fourth-year player.
And a beautiful throw from Rodgers to Pat Fryermuth. Throw to Fryermuth. Draw some shit up for him. Arthur Smith, make it happen. I think Fryermuth is your most valuable weapon aside from that running back. Both running backs, really. Ooh, Jonnu Smith lined up in the backfield, guys. Jonnu Smith in at running back. What little wrinkle we got here? It's a toss sweep to Jonnu Smith. That gets about 1.5 yards. That was his 9th rushing attempt of the year. Death Texas Steelers 9-8, baby. Going up. Caught by Thielen to the 11. Great throw from Rodgers. Back-to-back, just zingers. Could be Thielen's last game, by the way. Watch this throw, dude. Unk still got it. I think your wild card schedule kind of made more sense, but I mean, there's really no wrong way to do it. All the games are going to get played at some point. Somebody was going to get shafted and get the Carolina game.
Viral videos of this season was Adam Thielen's family starting the year in Carolina and then traded to Minnesota. He is from Detroit Lakes, Minnesota, went to Minnesota State, Mankato, and just to go back and maybe end his career, a Vikings team that had a great
Mankato, is that where Cato was born?
when they were told they were so excited
This is why it's called Mankato. He wasn't a girl.
didn't work out there. Melissa told you the story. They've
I stole that joke from Ace Frehley, by the way.
all of a sudden become Steeler fans. Pretty cool to see Dad doing this at age 35. Second and 6.
Ben Skoranek in the slot. Rogers pumps, looks, throws it short to Jalen Warren. Gets by Humphrey, excuse me. Third down. Ooh, a third and short inside the 5 for Pittsburgh again. What could go wrong?
This is again almost a run play here. You get the sixth offensive lineman out there. You swing it out, so you've got a lead blocker coming. It just happens to be a pass play. It's a run play, and now you just hope that your back can make one guy miss. He does, and they are set up again.
All the injuries before Gilman concussion evaluation was cleared. Hamilton is being checked in the medical tent.
Run inside with Warren. Stuffed short of the first down. He's at least a whole yard short. Well, here we go again. Get it? Boy, Mike Tomlin is really in don't give a fuck mode. He's going for it on all these fourth downs tonight. Very un-Tomlin-like.
This is exactly the same situation.
Cam Hayward in on offense. They got the Cam Hayward package in.
And the Steelers have a couple of variations off of it. We saw one last week tonight for 29.
NBC got shafted the most. Oh, they're lining up for their tush push. They got it this time. First and goal inside the 1. Well, if the Steelers score, we can go ahead and say, look, Baltimore blew another 2-score lead in the second half of a game again.
And there they are on the doorstep of really making this a football game. Can you imagine? This is the way the Steelers play. If they could have it 10-10 right here, it would be big. And there's
Hamilton's going to the locker room for Baltimore. Steelers going to line up again and go for it again. And well, there's a flag. This could be huge. There's a big difference from being inside the 1 and being backed up to the 5. It's touchdown, but will it stand?
Conversation going on for the moment. There's Sean Smith.
Offsides on Baltimore. So it's touchdown Steelers. Touchdown Steelers! The Ravens were not lined up or ready at all.
but basically ready for the other. And so the acceleration, once again, the no-huddle offense, we've seen it work. The
The Pittsburgh line as well. Play is confirmed as a touchdown, and then we're an extra point from a tie game.
12 plays.
early shove and others. That is some play right there.
Brother and another. In this case,
Everything happens in Pennsylvania.
11 years difference between the Hayward brothers. Boswell the tie.
10-10. Ravens blow another 2-score lead. Did it a little faster tonight than usual.
Quintessential night.
10-10 because of course it is. So I keep seeing articles about how the Falcons' strong finish was not enough to save Raheem Morris. How much you want to bet Arthur Blank made this decision when they lost to the fucking Jets? Why didn't Baltimore time out? I don't know. As soon as I saw that falling and fumbling around, I'd have called it.
American 250, as you've seen all weekend, etched into the sidelines on the game balls as well. Happy 250th USA. 10-10. We start anew with 8:23 left here in the third. The return by Ali. She Ali to the 33, Ben Skowronek, the Pro Bowler, with the stop. And Connor Hayward returns to his Cameron Hayward returns to his defense as Connor Hayward is out there in coverage.
Got Cameron Hayward out there who's having a night on defense, though. That's right. He's got a front. You do that. He plays a two-gap defense.
They're really playing Frogger music right now.
That means he goes into the guy in front of him.
Frogger was one of the first video games I ever played, by the way.
Responsible for the gap to the outside, and so far, full fog alert. He has been
Ravens back on offense for the first time in like an hour. Derrick Henry for no gain.
Think about it. The Steelers had the drive, the end of the second quarter, didn't score halftime, turned it around that long drive to start the third, and now the place is alive here in Pittsburgh.
The hills are alive with the sound of Steeler bullshit. Most delusional fans in sports history, even worse than the Cowboys. Literally the most delusional fans in history. And Lamar throws an incomplete. He got it away, incomplete. There was a receiver in the area. Cam Hayward with the pressure. And Jalen Ramsey's hurt. Or at least had the wind knocked out of him.
It is ruled incomplete. The announcement is made. Check on Ramsey.
But he's responsible for both gaps on both sides. To watch him just push his way back into the quarterback, at that point, he has to stay square because he has either side responsibility. And there he goes. Makes the hit just as Lamar was stepping up in the pocket. This is the reason he is continuing Hamilton on the other side because he plays a little corner, a little safety, a little down in the box.
39 terrible towels twirling everywhere.
Batted away and intercepted by TJ Watt. Are you kidding? Whoa. Wow. I'm a believer in Steeler bullshit. I was like, batted away and intercepted. Holy shit. Highsmith and Hayward. And then, hey, TJ Watt's right there to grab it. Do you believe in the Steeler bullshit? They should play that going to commercial. Rodgers, throw a dime right now. Throw it deep. Play action. Takes the easy throw to Warren. Makes Humphrey miss. Cuts inside and gets about 9. Standards must be maintained. The Steelers must make the wild card and get blown away. 2nd and 1. Warren inside, first down, gain of 2. The Steelers have this aura around them, this aura of fucking plot armor. The Steelers have plot armor. They're not the main character, but they got plot armor. Warren. Good cut inside for 7. The Steelers have had the ball for what, almost 10 minutes in this quarter alone? Warren again spins out of a tackle, gets a 1.5 yards, 3rd down. I'll start looking at Raven stuff after this series here. I love that I can just pull up social media and be validated in my anger like during that Falcons game, or snicker at the people who were going through it. Because I'm like, been there. 3rd and 2. They can get a first down at the 5. Timeout. The Yinzers. I love that word. They're not loyal. I mean, they are loyal, but they're also extremely fucking delusional. He's still trying to hard count him. Here we go. Ravens only rush 3. Rodgers will have a chance here. A lot of hand fighting, but that's a good no call, I think. You want to go for it again? Or do you want to take the free points? Field goal coming. Disappointing. When they rushed 3, I really thought Rodgers was going to have a chance to make it happen here with his arm. Steelers are like, take the freebie. We gave them a free 3 earlier. Let's take ours. 13-10, Steelers. Let's see if I see any funny Ravens things during the break here. Falcons fans describing their Sunday after beating the Saints and then having Raheem Morris get fired.
I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Literally like Christmas. Oh, here's a good one. Hell, I'll show you this one just because it makes me laugh so hard. I've seen this meme used before, but we're going to watch it real quick. Because Ravens fans don't like that lineman that got hurt. And it's like, oh, man, you got to feel bad for him. It's just Ravens fans on Twitter be like, and then they got this funny meme. That's Falcons fans after Morris gets fired and they beat the Saints on the same day. This meme's a classic. Hold on, let's watch that one I like again. Hold up. I like this one way too much. Big show. Right there. Kurt Angle going, yeah! Oh, that's great. I'm sorry, but as I sit here, I'm thinking about my Pokemon Soul Silver team I was using. And I'm like, why the fuck am I using a Rattata? And why do I not have like a Bellsprout or a Weeping Bell as a grass top on my team? Pastel, what were you on? Well, Rattata, when it evolves into Raticate, is pretty strong. I'm wondering if Rattata was on my team because he's a HM slave. Because in those old Pokemon games, you have to teach your Pokemon HMs to progress through the game. And there's some pretty shit ones like fucking Rock Smash and Cut. And I might be using Rattata as an HM slave, and then it knows Hyper Fang, which is a really strong move. So I don't know. Past Dale, he's got 2 poison tops because he's got Arbok and Weezing. The Haunter is a Pokemon Silver tradition, though. Haunter can learn. Ghastly and Haunter know Curse, and Curse is literally just like suicide bombing your opponent, which I did earlier today in Pokemon Shield. I used Explosion and suicided one of my Pokemon to heavily damage my opponent's really strong Dynamax Slowbro. And then I brought Lapras in and used Perish Song as insurance. Perish Song does the same thing as Curse, only I don't have to take damage for it. Derrick Henry, he hits the hole running, and a first down for the Ravens. It's a miracle. Yeah, dude, Generation 3 Pokemon, I played Emerald back in the day, and Ruby, and Omega Ruby. You have to know Waterfall, Dive, Strength, Surf, Fly. I don't think you have to know Whirlpool. I think Whirlpool was pretty much a Gen 2 thing. But yeah, Omega Ruby and Emerald and all that, there's a lot of water in Generation 3 Pokemon in the Hoenn region. Wow! You hear that smack behind the line of scrimmage just now? I really wish I'd kept my 3DS. I'm tempted to go look for one. But then Pokemon games are starting to get expensive. Nah, X and Y is like Generation 5 or 6. I think X and Y is Generation 6. Generation 4 was Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Generation 5 was Black and White. And then 6 was X and Y. My Pokemon knowledge stops at Generation 4, basically, although I'm learning a little more as I play Shield, but in Shield I keep finding strong Pokemon from the first 3 generations that I love. But I'm using a Grimmsnarl, which is a more recent Pokemon. He's part Fairy, part Dark, because I have to fight this Dark Tower when I play again. There's either a Water Tower or a Dark Tower, and I heard the evolved form of this one Pokemon, if you go to his Dark form, is really strong. Cubfu's evolved form is going to be determined on which tower you go after, and I'm going after the Dark Tower, so I'm using a Fairy top and a Fighting top. I'm using a Fairy top that knows Fairy and Fighting moves. And he's part Dark, so all the Dark moves will be not very effective on him against all the Dark Pokemon I'm about to have to fight. And my Cinderace knows a really strong fighting move too, so I should be covered. I'll find out tomorrow when I play. And the Ravens are staring down the barrel of punting again. It's 3rd down. A lot of batted balls. Third and 16. The Ravens going to be aggressive here. There's Mark Andrews, and he can't get away. Swarmed by Steelers, 4th down. Steelers will get the ball back, and the Ravens are punting again. Damn, Steelers coming after the punt. Steelers will start at the 11, 13-10. We know this is one of them slow grind of a games. It's going to come down to the 4th quarter. Even if it's not that exciting to watch between now and then. Barry McCocken or Chris Collinsworth be like, now here's a guy in Mike Tomlin, and we know this. Here's a guy who's been with the Steelers for a minute, right? But then there's this other guy. Here's a guy, John Harbaugh, and he's been with the Ravens for a minute too. And now they're coaching against each other in a football game. Tarico, second down here for Lamar Jackson. I'll like X and Y if I ever get to it. Yeah. I've got so much catching up to do. I'm playing the most recent ones first. Shield, then Scarlet, then the Diamond and Pearl remakes, and then I might just go play Sword and Violet. But at some point, I am going to go back and possibly play the ones I never played. I wish they would have just done a straight remake of Platinum, because I always hear how Platinum is way better than Diamond and Pearl. It's the same fucking game. They just altered, like, Pokemon spawns and some balance issues and stuff, because apparently in Diamond and Pearl, you can't catch any fucking fire-type Pokemon. So you better pick the fire starter. Because I think the only fire type you can catch is a Ponyta. Now, Rapidash is fucking goated, don't get me wrong. But I hear Diamond and Pearl has like balance issues, and I think the remake's kind of stuck with that as opposed to just remaking Platinum. So we'll see whenever I get to that. But I'm playing Shield and then Scarlet. That's my plans for now. I'm still digging the hell out of Shield. I'm getting so much time in Shield. It's going to be hard to walk away from Shield for a little while because I've done so much and built up all these Pokemon and have all these rare ones. And, you know, I can always trade them to another game. I've got 2 Switches. I've got a Switch and a Switch 2. I can bullshit my way with some trade evolutions, you know, without having to rely on anybody.
From the fullback position there, some big blocks down the field, and then you have the brotherly push over the line with a little love, and he has had his own significant role. So it is the Hayward brothers in this one tonight getting it done.
Connor played a little bit of quarterback in high school. Older brother by a decade, Cam, getting a little bit of oxygen, getting ready for that next defensive stretch. The offense is back on the field for the Steelers with 1:04 left in the third quarter.
No way John Harbaugh gets past this game if they lose, right? Gainwell for a nice little run.
5 yards. Greg Ironhead Hayward, the legendary player with the New Orleans Saints over the years, these Hayward brothers over the years, a decade behind him, yet he always had the older brother to look at and model for being in the NFL. And here they are in a big game, coming up with a big moment for the Steelers, and both are playing terrific football in every phase here tonight.
We saw Cam Hayward before the game, and he sat with his eyes closed, I'll bet you, for 15, 20 minutes. And I just remember thinking that he's going to be ready for this one.
Second and 4 for Rodgers.
Underneath throw to Freiermuth. And an easy first down. These underneath throws are killing the Ravens. Fourth quarter with a Steelers lead. Here we go. Hamilton is out with a concussion. We expected that. That's a brutal loss.
The Steelers hold on and win the division. Baltimore come back and rally and grab the 4th seed.
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. You know, I'm sitting here thinking, I think the reason I had a Rattata in my party in Soul Silver when I was playing a couple years ago was number one, he can learn cut, and you need that to progress. Number two, back in those days, you had to grind levels for each individual Pokemon, and I think I was focused on Typhlosion, Haunter, Arbok, and Weezing. And I had Sudowoodo in the party because he's got strong defense and he learns grass moves, and I just caught him before I quit playing last time. And then Rattata was there because he knows cut. I think that was it. I didn't feel like at that point in the game grinding levels for everyone. They get levels, good for them. If they don't, whatever. But Haunter, the fuck is the second evolve form after Cyndaquil? I can't remember. But my starter, Haunter, Arbok, and Weezing. Because I'm like, I'm just going to poison motherfuckers, and when in doubt, send Haunter in there to use Curse and Suicide Bomb them. And I'm fairly certain Haunter really helped me win that 4th gym badge. Yeah, in every Pokemon game, there's a thing called Experience Share. Back in the day, Experience Share, you could equip to one Pokemon, and it would get experience for every fight, even if you weren't using it. But then they made Experience Share where if you had it, it would affect the whole party. Then, I think in Pokemon Sun, I want to say it was either X and Y or Sun and Moon, where they said, fuck it, every battle, every Pokemon gets a piece of the experience. And I like that a lot better. They don't get as much as the Pokemon who wins the fight or participates in the fight gets the most, but the others get a share. I like that. That eliminates a lot of grinding. And then in Pokemon Shield, you have Dynamax raids to get rare candies and shit tons of experience points, and you have Pokejobs. You can send your Pokemon off on Pokejobs, and they come back really fucking leveled up. I've started doing that. Preparing for when I want my Blastoise later on, because they gave me a Squirtle. First down, Steelers. Flag down, though. I think it's coming back. You called your girl and told her goodnight. I thought you were going to say I called my girl and broke up with her or something. Pass interference on Pittsburgh. Ah, the old offensive pass interference. My favorite. I remember I played Omega Ruby and kicked the game's ass back to front, and then I won. I beat the Elite Four and all that, and then I got bored. And then I needed money for the Kiss Cruise because I didn't have a job that year for much, and I sold the damn thing. So should have kept that 3DS. Gainwell on a quick slant. Nice gain. Third down. The Ravens need a big break, man. It's just starting to feel way too familiar. They done fucked up, and they're playing the Pittsburgh Steelers kind of game. I had Omega Ruby when it was new. Oh, what a great catch by Valdez Scantling. Yeah, I literally bought a 3DS back in the day when Omega Ruby was new. And played it for a good while, and then sold it to pay on a Kiss Cruise. Fakes it to Warren. Rodgers taking the deep shot and nearly intercepted. Kiss has been doing the cruise since 2011, and I started going in 2015. We kind of planned to go on 4, but it didn't work out, and then Kiss Cruise 5 in 2015 was my first one. And I think I sold the 3DS for that cruise. It was either that... Might have been Kiss Cruise 6 I sold the 3DS. Because Kiss Cruise 6, I was really struggling. I didn't get to work much at all that year. Couldn't keep a damn job at the time. Draw to Jalen Warren. Gain of 4. Yeah, the Ravens had a lot of games get away, man. They're just as bad as the Falcons. Giving away easy wins. Let me run through it again. Bucks, Patriots, Colts, Jets, Panthers. 5 easy wins the Falcons absolutely gave away, and the Ravens have their share, including the first game against the Steelers. That's put them in this spot. Rodgers snuck it in there, didn't even finish the snap count, and he's sacked. He felt that one. Ooh. He got hit from behind and twisted around a little bit. Yeah, their loss to Cincinnati on Thanksgiving was just inexplicable. You can't explain that. Remember that meme? You can't explain that. Damn, Rodgers got crushed. Steelers' offensive line could have been better this season, I will say. Can the Ravens get a big special teams play? No! I don't think that was touched by the Ravens. Homie got taken out by his own man. This is a weird one. Yeah, the ball never touched a Ravens player, so that's good news. You could have called block in the back. You can block him into the fucking returner, but you can't push him in the back. You could have called block in the back on that. Anywho. I wish I could pull out my Omega Ruby and tell you what I had last time I played, but I sold that shit. Sold hard, man. Sold hard. And if I want to stream it in the future, I should just get the emulator going. So. Yeah, the Ravens, knowing the way their season's gone, I can't believe that wasn't just, oh, it's Pittsburgh's ball, you know. Kurt Benkert, who was Matt Ryan's at times third string quarterback in Atlanta, he just posted, he said, I remember when Terry called me the first time after he got the general manager job in 2021, and I said, great to meet you, looking forward to getting after it. And then he immediately cut me off and said, this ain't that type of call, and told me I was getting released. He said, I hope Arthur Blank told him this isn't that type of conversation today. By the way, Kurt Benkert's a cunt. He works for EA Sports, and he gets all butthurt if you criticize Madden. So, and then Kurt said, I'm not mad. A lot of good has happened to me in my life because of that phone call when I got cut, but I definitely remembered the conversation and his arrogance. It's that type of arrogance that he needed to pay $180 million for a quarterback in free agency and then draft another one in the top 10. He was a Saints infiltrant. Fucking petty, man. He said Terry took great pleasure in telling him he was cut. Long above the low. Lamar throwing it up, and it's caught wide open. Flowers. A big play for the Ravens. Just remember, if this game goes to overtime, that means the NFL season's going to overtime. Another injury on the Ravens' offensive line. No Cinnabar Island yet. The injured Jason Voorhees. Derrick Henry. Little zone run. Gain of 2. I'm really impressed with how the Steelers have controlled Derrick Henry tonight. A couple of nice runs here and there, but... And I was just about to say what Collinsworth said. They're hitting hard out here. It's like their season's on the line or something. And the pressure on Lamar, and he's going to take off. Well, somehow that turned into about a 5-yard run. Really shouldn't have been. Lamar Jackson's pissy. Play better, bro. Come on, man. Season's on the line. Don't reinforce the narrative about you, brother. Come on. Somebody needs to get open and get open quick. Free rushers at Lamar. Avoids the sack. He's going to throw deep. And they've got it. Touchdown, Ravens. Zay Flowers. Lamar avoided 2 sacks, stepped up, and threw a beautiful pass on the money. Ravens take the lead. Yeah, free rusher in Lamar's face immediately from 2 sides, and they both miss. And then he made Cam Hayward jump up and do nothing. And they had Patrick Queen down the field on Zay Flower. You talk about a mismatch. Please make this extra point. It's very important. 17-13. That was the definition of Cinnabar Island. Being up by 4 against the Steelers is a big fucking deal, trust me. That's a 2 field goal lead. The Ravens roar back to life. Fewest wins in the NFL this season. Raiders 3, Jets 3, Cardinals 3, Titans 3, Sauce Gardner 2. I think Queen he ended up on Flowers because it was a blitz of some kind. And the pressure was supposed to blow that up before they ever had to worry about it. But the trouble is, the pressure missed. Bro, I see. Okay, there's a post about annual tweet. We're about to finish the fifth 17-game regular season in the NFL, and once again, no one has come close to Peyton Manning's 2013 16-game season. 5,477 yards and 55 touchdowns. Both NFL records still stand. First comment. Well, they didn't win the ring, and it was against the same defense that Brady beat. It wasn't exactly the same defense Brady beat. Seattle didn't have nowhere near the depth they had in 2013. 2013, Seattle had depth at every level. 2014, their defense wasn't as good. Still elite, though. But, of course, the first comment is a Brady tard that just can't let anybody else get any fucking praise whatsoever. Tom Brady is an all-time great, but he has literally ruined sports discourse forever because you can't even remotely praise anyone else before a Brady fan. Well, I say Tom Brady did this. You know, you can't fucking pray. You can't give anybody the slightest amount of credit for a fucking thing without one of these fucking nut grabbers popping up to remind you, well, Tom Brady did this. Tom Brady didn't miss the playoffs. Yes, he did. No, that was the second year. It doesn't count. Tom Brady never went 8-9. Yes, he did. Well, that doesn't count. He was 45. That kind of bullshit. Those fucking people. You can't say nothing about anybody doing anything good. Patrick Mahomes has 3 Super Bowl rings, and people talk about him like he's a fucking bum. And then the Ravens kick the ball out of him. How do you have 3 Super Bowl rings? Nah, because people hate on Mahomes because he's only got 3 Super Bowls. Motherfucker only has 3, guys. Big deal. Like, really? How many motherfuckers you know walking around with 3 Super Bowl rings? It's a very short goddamn list. So, Brady ruined sports discourse. His fans ruined discourse to the point where Mahomes is an all-time great with 3 Super Bowl rings, but you can't praise him.
He's been grabbing it and flexing it and had a few slight grimaces while he was over here, so something to keep an eye on.
First comment about Peyton Manning's greatest season of all time. Then Brady beat the same Seahawks the next year. Fucking stupid. Yeah, but Russell Wilson throwing an interception at the 1-yard line. Yeah, those Seahawks. The same Seahawks that Brady turned the ball over against in the first half a couple times to put them in a hole that they had to dig out and then get bailed out because Russell throws a fucking pick at the 1-yard line when they should have ran the ball. Yeah, those Seahawks. Context means a lot to me. But Brady tards don't care about context. History doesn't have eyes. Sorry, Peyton Manning was a better quarterback than Tom Brady. Tom Brady was just on a better team with a more consistent defense. I'm sorry, it's the truth. And Peyton Manning, oh wow, Jaylen Warren. Damn, dude, is this Beastquake or something? Peyton Manning has a winning record against Tom Brady in AFC Championship games. Don't mention that. I do believe he's 3-1 in championship games against Tom Brady. Well, that was because of Denver defense. That's what they'll say on that. That was because of Denver defense. Gee, you mean to tell me when Peyton Manning had a great defense, he could win playoff games more often? Kind of like how Tom Brady's Patriots defense just fucking obliterated the Colts in 2004, in 2003, and 2004. The Patriots defense was so good against Peyton Manning and the Colts, the NFL literally changed the rules. pass interference became way more strict. They changed the fucking rules because the Patriots defense was so fucking elite and dominated Peyton Manning so bad 2 years in a row. They changed the fucking rules. So Brady's not penalized for winning strictly because of defense for half his fucking career, but Peyton Manning is the couple of times he had a good defense and won something with it. They never want to talk about how all-time great the Patriots defenses were from fucking 2001 to 2008. They don't want to talk about that. And then in 2018, how the Patriots defense literally won an entire Super Bowl for them again, 13-3 against the best offense in the fucking NFL that year, 13-3 in the Super Bowl. Now's a good time to remind you that twice in the entire history of the NFL has a Super Bowl been won when the offense scores 13 points only, and that was when Tom Brady did it twice. The only guy that would ever be that lucky to only score 13 points in 2 Super Bowls and win both of them because his defense was so goddamn dominant. The fucking ball washing is crazy. See, you can't slip nothing by me. I watch these fucking games. I remember shit because I have nothing better to do with my life. And I want to give Brady credit where credit's fucking due. Consistency. The most consistent player in history. That was a big part of why they won. I want to give him the credit he deserves, but the problem is people give him way too much credit. Way too much credit. Rewrite history and try to say Bill Belichick was a bad head coach when the motherfucker took the Browns to the playoffs, went 11-5 with Matt Castle, and 11-5 with rookie Mac Jones. But you want to tell me Belichick couldn't coach? Fuck off. I've been watching this league for 25 fucking years, dude. You ain't gonna slip nothing past my ass. Brady discourse is so bad it overshadowed that Jaylen Warren run just now. That was insane. Steelers are in Boswell's range. Remember that. That's a huge win already on this drive to get to Boswell's field goal range. Halfway through the fourth. Another toss to Warren. It worked before. Go at it again. Productive again. A lot of injuries piling up. I think these 17-game seasons are taking more of a toll than we realized. I think it's taken a few years. But think about the Chiefs. Their entire dynasty has been 17-game seasons with at least 3 playoff games added onto it. Divisional championship, Super Bowl. And they've played some wild card games because they were the 3 seed a time or two. I think these really long seasons are starting to add up on a lot of people. It's aging guys fast. Especially, like I said, the Chiefs who keep making it to the AFC Championship or Super Bowl every year until this year. EO. We need 2 bye weeks bad. Each team needs 2 bye weeks. You could make them 2 weeks in a row for each team if you wanted to. It would still go a long way. Who jumped? False start. Son of a bitch. Gainwell jumped. Can I rub your belly, EO? She's one of the few cats that'll let me rub her belly. That's when a cat really trusts you, when they let you rub their belly. That's when you know a cat really cares about you. Third and 8. They're in field goal range. Rogers over the middle. Caught wide open. Fryermuth. First and goal to the 6. Great drive here by the Steelers again. Good answer. But you're not going to field goal your way through this one. And they go no huddle. Good job. Unk still got it. Play clock down to 3, 2, and they're going to call timeout. Crowd groaned when they called timeout. Because if they score, it's still going to be a 3-point game, and you probably need the timeouts later. So I love the audible groan there when the timeout was taken. EO. EO, Mr. Ozzy came in here and gave you a kiss earlier. Wasn't that nice? Ozzy was being nice to you today. Did I mention that Tom Brady has a lower playoff passer rating through his whole career than Mark Sanchez and Tim Tebow? I think just Sanchez. Tom Brady's got a lower career passer rating in the playoffs than Mark Sanchez. Matt Ryan's also got better playoff numbers too. First and goal. Go with the run. I don't blame them. Couple of yards. Trying to shorten this game up. Rogers is having trouble here in the play. Arthur Smith's fucking goofy ass had to run out on the field. The same Sanchez tried to stab a motherfucker, yes. Thanks for reminding me of that. I don't know how I forgot about that. I've had a lot going on in my life lately. Ever since Las Vegas, it's just been a blur. Second and goal. I don't like the play. It should have worked, but a great tackle there. You know Arthur Smith wants so bad for Jonnu Smith to get the game-winning touchdown. Ravens have another injury in the secondary, and Rodgers is goddamn losing it. They can't afford to use another damn timeout, so. They changed helmets, and the new one didn't work either. Third and goal from just inside the 2, and the Steelers go empty. And the play clock, they got to use their third timeout. Crowd's pissed again. The Steelers are out of timeouts in a top ball game late in the 4th. Yeah, you better get this in. Because if you can't settle for a field goal now without these timeouts, you literally just made this 4-down territory because you burned through your timeouts. Cinnabar and Cinnabar accessories. EO, you being so playful. Third and goal. Gainwell around the edge. Touchdown. Thank God they scored the touchdown after burning those timeouts. Holy fuck. 20-17.
The extra point is good, and the Steelers lead by 3 with 3:49 left in regulation.
Jason McCormick here, and he's got to get all the way out to this block right there. Watch him hustle.
EO.
That is so
EO is becoming very aggressive with her affections.
perfectly. No holding call. Got his hands in there a bit. But got down.
What do you think, we're doomed for overtime? I gotta work tomorrow.
Love that play down near the goal line.
Better set my alarm now anyway.
Kenneth Gainwell's got his Super Bowl ring from Philadelphia last year. Aaron Rodgers.
Kenneth Gainwell got his participation Super Bowl ring. I'm kidding. He played a fair amount. It's just Saquon had a ridiculous year last season. Can't wait to see how Baltimore fucks this up.
Two big pass plays by Lamar Jackson, and not a whole lot other than that. Hands of Lamar Jackson, and say it is time, MVP.
This guy on the Raheem Morris has been fired post. He said, "Oh, does he get to take all those first half timeouts he saved this season with him?" Oh my God! Said, "Damn, Raheem would have like 35 timeouts built up right now."
Yes, and he is so animated, so positive, so communicative with his defense down here, getting up in his players' faces. Cam Hayward and Nick Irving. He's saying, "I'm watching you all," and he's talking about smashing the run. He even goes up to guys and says, "You good?" Answering his own question, saying, "We're good." He is loving the physicality that they are bringing.
Derrick Henry for a yard. Just remember, the Steelers are out of timeouts. If the Ravens play this right, Pittsburgh may never see the ball again. Or by the time they do, it'll be too late. I don't want to see Derrick Henry come out of this game at all from here on out. I don't want to see it. They could have beat New England. Fake it to Henry. Oh no, that's the fullback. First down. Patrick Ricard moving the chains. Take your time, Baltimore. Go tempo, but take your time. That was not short of the first down. Tell replay assist to look again. I didn't think that was short. Third and 1, and the Ravens are in the gun. Fake a toss sweep. Oh my God, wide open again. Zay Flowers. Touchdown Ravens. There is a flag somewhere. Score too quick, bruh. I think the Steelers know what's on them. Touchdown Ravens. Got to make that extra point though, little bro. Holy fuck. It happened again. 2 plays, and it looks like Lamar Jackson has played the best game of his life. Does Rodgers have another touchdown drive in him? If the Ravens make this extra point. Come on now. All right, that extra point, very important. One last chance for the Pittsburgh Steelers. One last chance. Steelers overplay that toss, that fake toss sweep, bro. It worked. Nice tight window throw there. Tom Brady fans be like, tight window throw there. Holy fuck. 138 yards for Zay Flowers. And possibly a trip to Houston. Or, excuse me, Houston comes to them. Does Rodgers have one last touchdown drive in him for a 20-year career? It comes down to this. It's got to go 65 yards. They don't have timeouts, so this is it. If they don't get it on this drive, it's done. Your career, your season, your everything. Rodgers was in the same situation with Green Bay against Detroit a few years ago. Remember that? They had a game they could win and in and got upset by the Lions to lose a playoff spot. Launched a decent little 2-year run for the Lions off of that. And Rodgers went to the Jets. Your ass is on the line. Good first play. Calvin Austin spinning through tackles to get across midfield. Huge gain. Go to the 2-minute. E-O. Little E-O. E-O, you funny. Ooh, a 30-second commercial. Thank God. The suspense is killing me. I hope it'll last. What movie is that from? What movie is that line from? The suspense is killing me. I hope it'll last. I can feel EO standing up and leaning into my legs. She's just putting her whole body weight on my legs and leaning into me. I heard you, EO. I am standing up. I am standing. 24-20 Ravens. It's from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Gene Wilder is Willy Wonka. The suspense is killing me. I hope it'll last. EO, are you really just going to lay on my foot right now while I'm trying to stand here? Yeah, the Ravens are in an awkward spot. Just don't give up a touchdown, brother. Thielen, that's forward progress. That clock will run. I keep trying to move my foot, and EO keeps sliding over to grab it. Stop it, you silly kitty. I'll be in bed in a little bit, maybe. A little short pass to Gainwell, a missed tackle, and he is up the sideline for another big gain. Clock will run. Ravens, what do you want to do? The Steelers, just like the Cleveland game, are getting dangerously close. We went through this in the Cleveland game. Remember, they put a drive together at the end and came up short. Rodgers has to throw it away. Now the Ravens might want to start using timeouts, depending on what happens here. Baltimore will probably call a timeout at some point. That incomplete pass makes it easier. Now you're going to use your timeouts. And over the middle, incomplete. 3rd and 10. 2 downs to get 10 yards. No interference. Good no call. Oh, wide open touchdown! How did he get that wide open? Ravens have 3 timeouts. If they tie, the Steelers make the playoffs. Just remember that. If they tie, it goes to the Steelers. The Ravens have to win this game. They cannot tie. Frequent visits to Cinnabar Island in this game. Oh, he missed the extra point. He missed the extra point. Woo, 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 woo. You got to be shitting me. Homie just missed an extra point. If that's not Aaron Rodgers' career luck, I don't know what the fuck is. Does that get any more Aaron Rodgers in a meaningful game than that? Missed extra point after he fucking leads the drive of the century. Oh, defender did fall down. Ugh. Now you scored too quick, and you missed the extra point. And then Boswell missed it. Of course. Everybody on Pittsburgh over the age of fucking 30 is washed, apparently. Well, at least now the Yinzers have their scapegoat, and they can campaign for Tomlin to keep his job. I like how the excitement in that stadium completely faded when he missed the extra point. Good news, I don't have to stay up late tonight, no matter what happens here. Can they get a return? Oh, they got a return! And they're already at midfield, basically. They're like a 1st down and a half away from a field goal attempt with 3 timeouts. Man, these script writers are cooking. What were the script writers on this season? This is like season 5 and 6 of The Walking Dead peak right here this whole season. Gain of 8 and out of bounds. They still have the timeouts. Bro, run the ball. You can literally run the ball here.
The respect of Derrick Henry is getting these receivers open, Mike.
Quick throw. Flag down. Ravens to the 40. What's the flag? Illegal formation. Was season 5 or 6 the classic for The Walking Dead? Both, really. And both seasons are so intertwined that I kind of think of them as just the one big peak period for the show. Die-hard Walking Dead fan here, by the way. Universally, everybody pretty much agrees seasons 5 and 6 were like the peak, like golden age Walking Dead. There were really good seasons, strong seasons after that, especially season 9, but 5 and 6 was the peak, 7 and 8 hit a lull, and then 9, 10, and 11 finished pretty strong. Steelers need a sack or a negative play. What is Lamar doing? Run, 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 run. Just run, just run, just run. Why didn't you run? Why didn't he run? Why didn't he run? He wanted D-Hop to keep running, but Lamar should have just ran. Fall forward, get yards, do something. Fuck. 2 downs to get 7 yards. 3 timeouts. Steelers are going to blitz. Lamar, 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 Lamar. You can't do this, Lamar. You can't do this, Lamar. You can't do this. Heaves the ball. Good throwaway. 4th down. Are you kidding? You can't get a first down here? Goodness gracious. If the Steelers get a stop, it's over. Ravens call timeout. Gotta think this one over. Gotta think this one over. Here comes the Mark Andrews drop. I've seen this one before. Every good movie has its sequel. Is it time for the Mark Andrews drop at a critical moment in a must-win game? I figured Dylan's been here the whole time. I knew it. Collinsworth is talking about Mark Andrews. I don't know. Based on recent history, I don't know if I go to him here. If he just gets wide ass open, I guess I'd throw it to him. But that's not a given. Pressure coming from Watt. Oh! It's caught by Isaiah Likely. Timeout. Actually, fuck it. Let the clock run and call timeout. TJ Watt was a fucking ass hair away from getting his ass. Thank God they didn't throw to Mark Andrews. They went to Likely. And because Likely's not near the end of the end zone, it counts. Boy, that was a risky throw, though. That was tough. Drop that in there. When I saw Ramsey closing in at the last second and the ball looked like it was a little high, I thought, oh, I thought it was going to end up incomplete. Now they're going to just move the ball to the hash mark that the kicker prefers and let the clock run and call timeout with 3 seconds left. Let it run down to 3 seconds. Oh, man. Why do I feel like the Steelers are going to win on a blocked field goal?
Tyler Luke was made of the right stuff for moments like this. He now has a chance to win the division for the Ravens.
For the division. And you know you're not getting iced. Steelers are going to come after this. And the kick is no good. How did I know that was going to happen? How did I know that was going to happen? How did I fucking know that was going to happen? Good God. Typical Steeler, yeah. Unfortunate for everybody that has to watch this coming week. Because Houston's going to bitch slap these motherfuckers. Pittsburgh might keep it close, but it'll be ugly. Crazy. How did I know? Houston goes to Pittsburgh next Monday. Dylan's right. If either of these coaches are back next year. Bum-ass Scott Norwood, motherfucker! I guess the Ravens are the Falcons of the AFC. And the standard is bullshit. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. What do you even say? When the third best team in a division wins the division. Any streams tomorrow? Maybe some video game of some kind. Maybe a little more Arkham Shadow, Batman New Year's celebration. I might have the energy to play after work tomorrow. I don't have to work like super hard tomorrow, but I got to get some shit done. So anyway, at least I know the day will pass by quick tomorrow. That last bit of wallpaper's coming off. And then I can start sanding that thing, sand it to death, and then kilt it and paint it a couple times and get the hell out of there by Friday. Lord have mercy. I just can't get over it. Don't even know what the fuck to think. Dude, this fucking computer. Stay on silent, you fuck. I can't. Bro's frozen. He can't get out from in front of his TV. So I'm literally the meme of Uncle Phil. Hold on, I gotta find that meme real quick. So that might be the thumbnail for this video. Damn it. Well, that's a little post game here. I'm supposed to sleep after this.
What a season and what a night. Much respect to all the people who make the National Football League special in Game 272. This season came down to the very last snap. Pittsburgh Steelers get the last spot. They win the AFC North for the first time since 2020. So we have a full wild card picture. Let's look at wild card weekend. Howard by Verizon. It'll begin on Fox with the Rams in uptown Charlotte to take on the Panthers. And then the renewal of the NFL's oldest rivalry, the Packers and the Bears at Soldier Field Saturday night, 8 Eastern on Prime Video. The Sunday tripleheader, the Bills in Jacksonville take on the division champion Jaguars on CBS at 1 Eastern, and the 49ers will travel east to play the Eagles in Philadelphia. It's going to be warm, by the way, too, for that game, 4:30 Eastern time. And then Sunday night, we will be in Foxborough. The Patriots back in the playoffs take on Jim Harbaugh and the Los Angeles Chargers. And on Monday night, right back here at Acrisure, it'll be the Houston Texans, a wild card for the first time, taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. Our players of the game tonight.
So we got to sit through another Panthers game and another Steelers game this coming week, unfortunately. I think for the Steelers, though, I will say the big difference this season that got them from 9 wins all the way up to 10 wins was quarterback play, because Aaron Rodgers is still really good and better than anything they've had for the last 5-6 years.
That sucks. That's the worst part of this game. I'd rather have the ball in my hand. We haven't made it easy for ourselves most of the year, but it was a huge lift having this guy come back. This guy had a great pregame talk that got us focused. On offense, we didn't handle our business in the first half, but the second half we came out with a different focus. When we had to have points, we went down and scored.
And you clinched the division. You're headed to the playoffs. What does this one mean to you personally?
It's pretty emotional, honestly. It's been a great year. So I'm thankful for these guys. And
Metcalf gets to play next week, right?
it's been a long while. coach's belief tonight on the offensive side, and I'm proud of our guys the way we responded in the fourth quarter.
Had to ask it. Cam, come on in here. He said you gave a great three-game speech. What was that speech?
I was just saying, let's be a little bit selfish tonight. We're playing for everybody in that locker room. We dedicate our lives to this, and everybody came to play. It wasn't just one person. Thankful to get a guy like this back. Thankful for that guy right there, but it was a team effort. Was it pretty? No, but we got the job done.
And you have been a part of this rivalry for so long. To have a game like this, you're just shaking your head. I mean, what does this mean to win a game like this and be a part of this?
Just adds another chapter to the Baltimore-Pittsburgh rivalry. It's unpredictable. Comes down to
You got Falcons, Saints, and Steelers, Ravens today.
man, I'm just lucky I'm on the right side.
Rivalry day.
And everybody's been talking about how thankful they were to have you back. What was it like to be back out there with your team tonight?
It was awesome. It truly was awesome. The guys,
You're going to see a lot of great games over the next few weeks.
cracks that came on here.
We're all just a little shook right now.
What our defense has been doing the last couple weeks. We've been playing tremendous football, and I just want to add to it.
Yeah, and it looked like it didn't impact you at all. I mean, no special attention on the sideline. You feel good?
Yeah, I feel good. We'll see how tomorrow goes, but for right now, I feel pretty good.
All right, come on in here because you had the game-winning touchdown. Tell us about that.
You know, you never know when your moment's going to be called, and we just attack practice each week. Me and A been working on that route for probably like 3-4 weeks, and you never know when it's going to come into fruition, and it came into fruition at the biggest moment.
At the biggest moment, congratulations, you're headed to the playoffs.
Thank you. Got the hat and t-shirt, baby. Yes, a hat and t-shirt night for Calvin Austin and the rest of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers' last playoffs game that he referenced there with Melissa was 2021. They lost the divisional to San Francisco. And then the next year in game 272, last game of the year, Rodgers lost to the Lions, and we saw Aaron take that long walk up the tunnel with Randall Cobb, wondering if we were going to see him play again. He played 2 years with the Jets. And for Chris, I thought right up until Met Leather there that we were going to see Aaron Rodgers walk off like that one more time.
I did too, and maybe the only person happier is DK Metcalf. Don't forget now, after 2 games off, you're going to add him back to the mix with this team. But I couldn't help but think when I was watching Melissa interview those guys.
The decision to fire Raheem Morris was made by Arthur Blank's son Josh, and Arthur eventually agreed. Earlier in the year, Raheem Morris was asked to fire Zach Robinson after the loss to the Panthers, and he refused. The Blanks were upset by wasting the year that Bijan had and losing the games they did, and eventually it could not be overlooked.
That nothing else does.
We also talk about this stadium being at the confluence of the three rivers. The three rivers are this way is where the end zone was, where the missed
The Bears are good, but they are very beatable.
getting it all set now for getting the field ready. I want to show you what happened pregame at 6:50.
At least you ain't 9-8.
This is a priest who is spreading holy water in that end zone. The Catholic community in Pittsburgh is very strong, and its size to the Steelers
Motherfucker brought holy water to the Steelers game.
that was showing on local news. Parker got it, and down at that end zone, Tyler Luke misses the extra point, or the field goal, I should say, and allows the Steelers to win.
So it's not Tyler Luke's fault.
As with everything in football, it's at a higher power. And I mentioned it, Chris. You talked about it on that drive. Mark Andrews in the game in Buffalo last year. I mean, the Ravens just have to be sick. They've been in this position often, and those crushing losses. This one is right up there with the worst, unfortunately, for their fans and their franchise.
If you've been around long enough, you know that this night is what this rivalry has been all about. I have seen some of the
Falcons opponents next year: Bears, Packers, Lions, Vikings, Steelers, Ravens, Browns, Bengals,
and it seems like
Redskins, Rams, Chiefs, Bucks twice, Saints twice, Panthers twice.
that explosion of
That's kind of tough.
in the fourth quarter, not just like long drives. I mean, bombs away, and that's something I've never seen in this rivalry before.
A shootout broke out in the fourth quarter.
really did.
was
It really did.
something special. So Aaron Rodgers' walk up the tunnel will be followed with a walk back down the tunnel next week.
Well, my friends, I think I'm going to turn around and hit the dusty trail. And as far as football goes, we'll get back at it Saturday. there will be other stuff during the week. I got a lot more free time. Monday's free, Thursday's free. I do want to watch Raw tomorrow night. Compare that to when Rodgers was walking off in Green Bay a couple years ago. I like Aaron Rodgers, so I can't be mad. Looks like the real Falcons of the AFC were the friends we made along the way. I'm kidding. Good night.